Wait, hold on. What do you mean Chris Jericho didn't debut tonight? Wait, you telling me that there was all this hype and there was no Chris Jericho? Like we didn't even get like one Chris Jericho appearance. Like the Jericho Cruise was mentioned, but no Chris Jericho, right? Oh, my bad. All this hype for nothing. What's up, guys? It's been a while, hasn't it? Chase Oliver here, bringing you another video to the channel. Tonight we will be reviewing live here on YouTube.com Bound for Glory 2019 or 2018. I'm sorry, I'm getting way ahead of myself here, folks. I do apologize. Yes, Wrestling Fan 316. Bound for Glory was tonight. Didn't you know? By the way, if you guys didn't know, you can also get a sick Impact Wrestling hat. Yes, a hat. At COMDA. Alright, COMDA.com. You can get yourself a sleek Impact Wrestling hat, okay? Just like what I'm wearing. You want a TNA gut check shirt? Impact Wrestling Shop.tna.com, whatever the fuck it's called nowadays. Bound for Glory 2018. I already see it now. This video. This is how most of my Impact reviews go. If I'm not generally positive about Impact, you know, doing what Eddie Edwards does with his cane, if I'm not like, oh yeah, Impact, yeah, that's awesome. If I'm not like that with Impact, it gets, the thumbs are down. Impact fans say, you're just a WWE fanboy, you're such a cuck, you're such an asshole, you don't like real wrestling, and this Impact tries and they put into everything. That's all I get. I understand. Look, I liked Slammiversary. Generally, I thought Slammiversary was probably one of the best pay-per-views this year. Top 3, easy. Bound for Glory, though. Here's the thing. I don't care what my thoughts are on a wrestling company. I grade every show the same. Because the way I look at grading a show is like, if I had to show this to a casual viewer, what the fuck they would be thinking. And I guarantee you, a casual viewer would tell me after the Knockout Championship match, be like, hey man, can we do something else? This is bad. Bound for Glory 2018 was bad. If you're mad at that, if that bugs you to such an extent where you can't handle my opinion, I'm sorry. You can dislike this video and you can leave and go on your day. You can do that. But when it comes down to it, Bound for Glory was not an A-grade show by Impact. Now, was it the worst Bound for Glory ever? No. Bound for Glory 2014 will always be the worst Bound for Glory ever. This wasn't even the worst Impact pay-per-view ever. This was just a bad show. You're allowed to have those Impact Wrestling. It's okay. Look at most of my WWE reviews. Who here who has been following my channel long enough and has watched all my reviews, how many good WWE shows have I reviewed? Not that many. Impact Wrestling, yes, they had Redemption, which was like a mixed bag of a show. And then they had Slammiversary, which was one of the top 3 shows wrestling-wise this year. But Bound for Glory was just bad. The opening match is a typical Impact Wrestling match. Oh, let's do a bunch of spots. Woo! Yeah, baby! Ha ha! Flippy flips, goofy shit, no selling action. That's all every single Impact Wrestling match opening a pay-per-view since 2005 has been the same opening match where it's just a bunch of X Division shit that is just like, oh, this is awesome, right? They're doing all this X Division crap. Yeah. It's like, well, whatever, who cares? I've seen this 5 million times. I don't care. And this is what gets your socks off and great. This just felt like a Young Bucks match. Like, oh man, I'm watching the Young Bucks wrestle right now. That's how it felt like watching these opening matches. I mean, this is 2018. This shit, yeah, maybe in 2005, I'd be like, yeah, that was awesome. Solid opener. They did their job. Right team went over and got to get Swan and Willie Mack. Willie Mack, underrated performer for sure. But other than that, typical opening match by Impact Wrestling. And that's how it is with Impact. They'll start off hot with these fun-ass opening matches. Then the rest of the show, you just don't know what happens. Like, you just watch it and you're like, what the fuck happened here? like the show was good. And then all of a sudden, like, the opening match was good. And then all of a sudden, something just goes haywire. Like, it just goes from then on out. I don't get it, man. But yeah, so when it comes down to it, that was just something where I was just like, whatever. Usual opening match from Impact Wrestling. And so now we get on to the second match of the show. Eli Drake. Yeah, dummy. Yeah, dummy. A guy that I'm not really a big fan of. I'm not the biggest Eli Drake fan in the world. But I can understand why Impact fans like him. I can understand why Impact fans really enjoy Eli Drake's shtick. Not a fan of his, but I really do understand why people could enjoy Eli Drake. So instead of the guy who's your former world champion last year at Bound for Glory, instead of him having a prominent match this year, maybe against the Brian Cage to get Cage over, maybe a prominent match against Eddie Edwards, maybe a prominent match against a big star, he's having an open invitation. And already when I saw that Eli Drake was coming out second, I already knew no one important's coming out. It ain't going to be Chris Jericho. It ain't going to be anything big, because if someone big was coming out, it's like wrestling logic. That would be near the end of the show. I knew there was going to be some hokey ass shit coming out. So I was wondering, what WWE superstar is Impact bringing tonight? I was really curious. I was like, oh, maybe they're going to bring in a New Japan guy. Maybe they'll bring someone from New Japan that has some steam going on. They're like, yeah, we're not probably expecting like a Jay White or fuck Switchblade anyways. No one wants to see that piece of shit. But we're not expecting one of the bigger guys. But maybe a Juice Robinson makes an appearance. I mean, you've been shoving Joe Hendry and Grado yourself down our throats. Maybe they keep on feuding with Drake just a teensy bit. Maybe Trevor Lee, with all the beef that he has with Eli Drake, will come out or something. Like maybe we'll get something like that. Nope. Guess what we got? James Ellsworth. So this is what you do with Eli Drake. You don't have it, like seriously. You don't know. I understood where Impact wasn't really booking him heavy, because they didn't know what this contract status, where Eli Drake was going. Like, I understand that. But once Eli Drake signed the dotted line, you should have been like, all right, major storyline with Eli Drake now. But instead, Eli Drake dicked around the whole time, was doing a bunch of comedy stuff, and was pretty much just doing open challenge matches. He wasn't doing anything worth a damn. And then you have it on your biggest show of the year, where Eli Drake should be, you know, one of the more featured guys on this show, where it's just like, oh shit, Eli Drake has a big match. Instead of having it where Eli Drake has a huge matchup, Eli Drake has a match with freaking James Ellsworth. No one wants to see James Ellsworth. Why would anyone want to see James Ellsworth? It makes no damn sense. Like, who of the Impact fans were saying, you know who we want is James Ellsworth? Like for real, like you couldn't get someone? You have a partnership with Lucha Underground? Hell, if Eli Drake is going to do something stupid like this, at least be a major star. I'm not saying a Chris Jericho, but someone worth a damn. So Eli Drake squashes James Ellsworth, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Abyss comes out, beats up Eli Drake. They make Eli Drake look like a fucking clown. Congrats to Abyss being in the TNA Hall of Fame, Impact Hall of Fame, whatever. It's the same shit. Same company. But when it comes down to it, congrats to him. He does deserve it. And I'm cool with Abyss for all the times that Abyss has been so successful at Bound for Glory, which is not very that successful. To get a Bound for Glory moment like this is probably cool for him. But why did it have to come at the expense of Eli Drake? I don't know. Tessa Blanchard versus Tyra Valkyrie. Nothing bad. This was the match of the night. It's not even close. This was the best thing on Bound for Glory tonight. By far. Like, for me personally, it was the best thing. I was just like, you know what? This is a good match. I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. Tessa Blanchard was awesome. Tyra Valkyrie was awesome. Good match. Tessa Blanchard retains. I was fine with it because you do all this work for Tessa Blanchard, and just to have her lose to Tyra Valkyrie because she's your new flavor of the month, that's kind of stupid. But I'm glad that Tessa Blanchard won, so can't complain. Good match. And then after this, I was like, okay, what's the next match? Eddie Edwards versus Moose. Oh, great. Eddie Edwards versus freaking Moose. I was going to see this the whole time. Oh, yeah. Moose, we used to be friends. We used to be buddies, Moose. Oh, yeah, Moose. Oh, yeah, Moose. Yeah, we were friends, and yeah, you betrayed me, Moose. You're the one who stabbed me in the back, Moose. You're the one who didn't appreciate me as a friend, Moose. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's what I was like, oh, great. I gotta watch this cringe Eddie Edwards stuff. And then Moose, dressing up like he's Akeem, the African Dream. Like, literally, this was Moose right now, guys. Like, it was ridiculous, dude. What the hell is this shit? I'll put this shit on backwards. My bad. Hello, everybody. My name is Moose, and I just want to say, Eddie Edwards, we were friends. We were once brothers, you know? But you, over here, well, you betrayed me. You're the one who turned your back on me. Moose! 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 Shout out to my boy Montezi with that Moose soundtrack. Yeah, he made that theme song. But still, why is Moose dressed like he's Akeem the African Dream? I get it. Moose is supposed to be some big money player and stuff like that, acting like he's so cocky and all this stuff. But I would rather take the Moose that was wearing a tank top, sunglasses, and the army pants that he was doing in those Impact skits than freaking Akeem the African Dream Moose. Like, look at me right now. Are you guys taking me seriously? You guys see me wear this shit. Are you like, oh, you know what, dude? I'm taking Chase seriously, dude. Chase looks like a main eventer right now. No, you're just like, the fuck is this fool doing? He dressing up like this. But who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Conor McGregor voice and all. Gonna get my ass smashed by Khabib. Like, for real. Moses all dressed like he's Akeem the African Dream. We only... the hell is this shit? Moose being dressed up like Akeem the African Dream. Get the fuck on out of here. Goddamn. By the way, did you guys get your hat from COMDA yet? COMDA.com. Impact Wrestling. So then afterwards, you know, the match starts literally, and it's like 2 minutes that this match happens between Moose and Eddie Edwards. And then Killer Cross comes and it chokes him out. And then we get a DQ. So I was like, good. I don't have to watch this match. It's a quick thing. Eddie Edwards, it was a plan all along. And then all of a sudden... all of a sudden, fucking Tommy Dreamer, ACW, comes out to save the fucking day. Who the fuck asked for Tommy Dreamer? Like, dude, ugh. And then Dreamer tries to get himself over. He's like, yeah, this is for ECW. You're in Queens. We're going hardcore. And it was like, wait, when did Tommy Dreamer become the fucking GM where he could just make the... Oh, we're really doing this. We have a tag match right now. Keep in mind, Impact also has advertised on this show a 6-man tag, which is OVE rules, and then another 6-man tag, which is a Concrete Jungle. So 3 hardcore matches. And everyone's like, why are you complaining, Chase? That's good. Hardcore matches. No, not every... Not every match needs to be a hardcore match. Like, for real. If you get your socks off because you're seeing hardcore wrestling all the time, that's your business. For me, I sometimes I don't need hardcore freaking matches. And so we get this tag match, whatever it is. It's there. I don't feel any emotion to it. I'm not like, oh man, this is the greatest tag match I've ever seen. I'm just like sitting here saying to myself, man, this would have been better if Davey Richards was involved. How many of you would have been like, you want to talk about making a Bound for Glory moment? Imagine if Eddie Edwards is getting beaten down and Davey Richards comes out. Even if you're not the biggest Davey Richards fan and you're heel Steven and Davey Richards attacked you for no reason like a punk he is. Even heel Steven would mark out for this shit. So you would think, oh, that would be cool. And then you get the post-match with Davey Richards, goes on and gets attacked by Cross, feeling more emotion for Eddie Edwards and stuff, but no. So what happens is Eddie Edwards wins via small package. That's fine. Eddie Edwards going over. It's not going to hurt anyone. But then Impact Wrestling goes 50-50 booking. They go, oh, man. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have Moose and Killer Cross powerbomb Eddie Edwards. What about Tommy Dreamer? Doesn't Eddie Edwards have some personal connection with Dreamer's dumbass? Dreamer's the one who made him into this, oh, yeah, I need my kendo stick. Oh, yeah, my kendo stick. Tommy Dreamer made him to that fucker. So why don't you just get Tommy Dreamer to get his ass, like, thrown into the goddamn, what's it called? The goddamn apron. No, instead, Eddie Edwards has to take this punishment. Like, aren't you trying to build emotion and feel bad for Eddie Edwards? No. Screw that. Just take Eddie Edwards out. like for real. Like I just felt, to be honest, if Davey Richards was, and I don't know if Davey Richards didn't have time, if he's still too busy with other stuff in life, but it would have been cool if Impact could, for one night, reunite the Wolves. It would have been like something where like, wow, this is a BFG moment. Tommy Dreamer rolling down to the fucking ring, sucking the air out of the fucking building, did not do shit for me. Maybe it did shit for all these people who are still in nostalgia hardcore land, but whatever. So, we got that match. It is what it is. We move on forward now to OBE rules. OBE versus the Lucha Brothers versus Brian Cage in an OBE rules match. And you would think, going into this match, the way that Sami Callihan cut his promo beforehand, where he's like, I'm going to take a bite of the Big Apple. Oh, yeah, it's going to be Ohio now. This ain't New York anymore. This is Ohio. Ohio versus everyone. You would think that this match was going to be balls to the wall, insane, hardcore, goofy action. Instead, it was just a Tornado 6-man tag match. That honestly, when I was watching, I said, why the fuck are the Lucha Brothers in this match? This match would have been much better if it was just Cage versus OBE by himself, or hell, Cage versus Sami Callihan one-on-one. It just felt like there was too much going on in this match. It just felt like the coherency and the flow of the match was all over the place. At some moments there, it felt like it was like two separate matches, where it was Lucha Brothers versus OBE in one segment of the match, and then it was Cage versus OBE in another segment. It felt like it was just two separate matches, but in one. It was just a little bit too clunky. Not a fan of this match whatsoever. Brian Cage gets pinned by Sami Callihan. Okay. You gotta give Callihan big wins. Not gonna complain with that there. But does it really have to come at Cage's expense? If this was the 3-on-1 handicap match like I mentioned earlier with Brian Cage, sure. I'll take that. I can understand that. I can comprehend that. But if Brian Cage is in a 6-man tag match, and you have Pentagon and freaking Phoenix, why isn't Phoenix or Pentagon taking the pin? Hell, what the fuck is Phoenix really doing where he can't take the pin? Yeah, I mean, just to me personally, like, yeah, good for Sami Callihan, big win for him. I'm fine with it. I understand Cage getting pinned here, but like I said, if this was a 3-on-1 match or a 1-on-1 match with Cage and Callihan, that'd be a little bit better. But with this 6-man tag and you have two other guys who, quite frankly, what the frick are you actually doing with them? It would make a lot more sense. But instead, we got this. And honestly, I was just confused why Cage got pinned in this situation. I know it's going to piss off a lot of Impact fans, and a lot of Impact fans are going to say, wait for the tapings, Chase it. I'm not waiting for the tapings right now. I'm watching what I'm currently watching. I'm reviewing what I'm currently reviewing. And I'm sorry. In this match, I understood Cage getting pinned. I'm fine with Sami Callihan winning this match. I have no problem with that. I just don't understand why Cage ate the pinfall. That was just something where I was just like, huh? I'm pretty sure there was another match that happened. I just can't remember. I think there was a filler match that I probably missed over or something. I'm sorry if this offends people. I know a lot of times people think that I can remember everything, But to my knowledge, there was nothing, like, I don't think there was any other match that came on after this one that was worth a damn. And if it was, I do apologize to all you Impact fans that get mad if someone skips over something. But I believe the Concrete Jungle was next, if I remember correctly. I don't remember there was any other filler matches. I remember Impact was going deep heavy for the rest of the night. And the Concrete Jungle was next on this card. I don't know what the fuck I watched. I'm being dead serious with the Concrete Jungle. I just didn't get it. It didn't click with me. If it clicked with you, cool. Awesome. I'm not going to shit on you if you like the Concrete Jungle. That's your business. My business and my money's worth. I thought this match was so corny and bad. It wasn't even like good corny, like Richie dying and Impact corny. This was just like, what the hell am I watching, dude? The boards. Homicide, 2 minutes into this match, his face was like, fuck this shit. I'm not taking a bump on that wood. Hernandez barely took any bumps. This match is just a total like, who thought this was a good idea? Oh, you know what? Don't even answer that question. I know who thought this was a good idea. Conan. Because that's who this match was ultimately designed for. And I feel like that was my problem with this match right here. I feel like that this match was all the idea just to get Conan fucking over. And you know what's funny? I tweeted this. And now I'm making a video. I might as well just say it. All these years we give Triple H, Jeff Jarrett, freaking Sting and TNA sometimes, Hulk Hogan. We give a lot of wrestlers shit for putting themselves over and always trying to force their way into storylines and try to make themselves the better man or whatever. We always make fun of those wrestlers. Yet Conan's fat ass somehow slithers away and never gets the hate or never gets shitted on for always putting his fat ass in storylines that don't even matter. And this whole storyline, yes, I'm pretty sure it helped Santana and Ortiz, and I'm glad that Santana and Ortiz is finally getting some recognition from some of the hardcore wrestling fans. I'm glad that they are. I'm happy for them. They're very talented individuals. But just to me, this whole time, I was thinking this whole match is just to get Conan fucking over. And it was even leading to the build-up where you had the rap group. I forgot his name. Who cares? My flag on tan or whatever. Whatever. The whole time, this is for Conan. Oh, Conan got taken out in Mexico, guys. How's LAX going to function without their leader? Well, they seem they were functioning just fine. And then all of a sudden, near the end of the match, when Santana and Ortiz look like they're in trouble, and Eddie Kingston was going to, or Keen, whatever his name is now, was going to put that motherfucker down. All of a sudden, all be tricep, Latino nation, I can't even speak Spanish right now. Whatever. You know, the notorious 187 homicide and K-Dog. We be bumping, dang. Out comes Conan, rolling up with his flapjack, going all Hulk Hogan, brother. Goes ahead and flapjacks Homicide and Hernandez barely took a bump because he was that screw bumping on that stupid ass wood. And then afterwards, Conan gets the credit for taking out Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston takes a bump that was super disgusting, and I was just like, why is he doing this? Santana Ortiz and LAX won. Oh, great. Thank God this match was over. Oh, this was something that I was just not a fan of. Like I said, if you got it, you understood it, you liked it, that's good. I'm not going to shit on you for liking something. Just know, I just thought this was bad. Like, I don't know how this translates to a lot of, like, casual people or people who are barely watching TNA. They just see this shit, they're like, what the fuck? Like, this was just something that I just didn't understand. I just didn't get. And don't say, Chase, you don't understand personal feuds. I understand personal feuds. I understand being edgy and being different. But just because you go to certain lengths of being edgy and different and cool does not mean it's good all the time. Does not mean you have to be like, oh, Chase, you're just an idiot. You're just a fucking hater. No. I'm not shitting on you for liking this match. Don't shit on me for not liking it. Like, for real. You get annoyed when people go like, oh, you're just a hater. Am I a hater or do you just love Impact too much? What? Seriously. Go watch my other reviews before you actually say I'm a hater of something. It's like ridiculous. I get so annoyed by when Impact fans say that. You're just a hater. Maybe you just love Impact too much. How about that? How about that, Jack? So, I'm sorry. No, we got to take off the Akeem the Dream makeup right now. We got to take this off, guys. You know, take this shit off, man. Let's take off this Akeem the Dream Moose get up right now, because we got to get something right now. We got to get it. We got to get it. COMDA! I am Ali! What the fuck did I just watch with Ali, Kira Hogan, Su Yung, and Rosemary, and what the fuck was that shit? This was some softcore porn slash a D-rated horror movie that you would get some junior college kid to edit type of bullshit. Like, for real. I cannot believe Impact Wrestling said, you know what? You know what we need on the biggest show of the year? Ali going to the Dark Realm to rescue Kira Hogan from the Dark Realm, who's in a goddamn casket. So the whole time you have Ali go to Jim Mitchell, who already looks like he's like that suspect dude in a porn movie where he's gonna be like trying to fuck the bitches and everything like that. So you have Ali go ahead and just go ahead and like I'm ready to go to the Dark Realm, and she has a fucking machete. Like she just has like a fucking machete. Like she's gonna go kill someone and shit. Like this is Ali the whole time. Like, yeah, man, I got a goddamn machete and stuff like that. So Ali goes ahead and she's in the Dark Realm, and then she's all like killing all these Su Yung people. She's like, and they have this fake blood. And Ali was wearing a white t-shirt. No blood was on the white t-shirt, by the way. The only thing that got blood was Ali's neck. And Ali was like chopping girls in the neck and everything like that. So then Ali finally goes into the area where Kiera Hogan's supposed to lay. She opens up the goddamn casket. She looks into it. There's Kiera Hogan. You would think there's some plot twist or something. But no, Su Yung just comes behind her. And then Ali's like, oh my God, it's Shu. And then they like, Ali's like running away. And this is like the part where if it was a softcore porn where like Su Yung tries to like, I don't know, like fuck Ali. But instead we didn't get that. We kind of got that, I guess. Because Su Yung goes, oh, where's my sock? We'll do what Su Yung does doing and shit like that. Like Su Yung, I'll use this sock. Why not? It's not red, but it makes sense. It's still a sock, alright? It's still a fucking sock. It don't matter. Who cares? Ah, fuck. Who cares if it's inside out anyways? Y'all ain't gonna judge. Y'all judge me for anyways. Hashtag clean my room or some bullshit, right? So anyway, so here we go. So then Su Yung comes with her goddamn cum sock. She's all like, hey, Ali. And then Su Yung, like, I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but she was like, yeah, like caressing Ali and shit when this shit was going down. She was like, and so then Ali looks like she's supposed to be dead, right? She's supposed to be dead and shit. And then Ali all of a sudden goes, stabs Su Yung in the fucking neck. And then Ali's face the whole time looked like she was about to get fucked or something like that, man. It was like, what the fuck is this shit? And so then afterwards, Ali goes, come on, Kira. Come on, Kira, gotta go. Kira Hogan, actress of the fucking year, was like, huh? Bitch, can you at least try that? She's like, what do you mean? Where am I? And so now they're all escaping the Dark Realm, and they get to the casket where they need to go back to the wheel world. And so they're like, and then James Mitchell straight up, if you thought this was the start of a porno, I would believe you. This felt like this was the start of a bad porn. And so then all of a sudden, James Mitchell, as that creepy porn guy, comes up again like, ba-da-da-da-da, I'm like Conor McGregor, bum 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba. And he goes like, ladies, hello, ladies. Like he Val Venus or some shit. And he's all like, I promised you that I would get you into the Dark Realm, but you didn't sign your T's or dot your I's. You're not coming out. And this is the point where if it was a softcore porno, James Mitchell would be on these two chicks. But no, instead James Mitchell just laughs, and we just get a bunch of like undead bridesmaids surrounding Allie and shit, and Kiera Hogan. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, oh no, not the Diamond film galore, but the Diamond Rosemary comes back. That's right, she's back. Rosemary came back. Rosemary came back. She's back, everybody. This is what we wanted. Rosemary to be back, and Rosemary goes and she beats up all the undead brides, and then it's like she's like, hey Bunny, I don't know who the fuck you are, but Bunny, you can't be here. And then straight up, man, I ain't making this shit up. Like y'all may think, dude, Chase, you're making this shit up. I ain't making this shit up. So then Rosemary puts Allie and Kiera Hogan in the casket, and Allie this whole time is like, Damon, come on, come in the casket, come on, Damon. And then Rosemary's like, I can't, I got some unfinished business. And then here comes Sue Young after being stabbed in the neck, no selling that shit, and then being like, and then all of a sudden, man, like straight up, dude, straight up, freaking Rosemary was all like, Ka May Ha May Ha, like they were having a Dragon Ball Z Ki Blast battle at the end. They were straight up having a Dragon Ball Z Ki Blast battle. Like, what the fuck? I'm being straight honest with you. Now, they didn't do no Kamehameha, but you saw Sue Young. It looked like she was about to go for that Vegeta final flash. And Rosemary looked like she was about to do the Finish Buster or the Masako Ha. She was about to do some Dragon Ball Z shit. But they literally were just like fighting each other with goddamn Ki Blasts. I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, here's the thing. I get it, they're undead and everything like that. They're fine to have goofy stuff like that. But here's the thing. Undertaker and Kane control fire and lightning, right? You can do effects in the arena with that shit. How the hell are you going to tell me that they're going to do an effect where Sue Young can do a final flash? And if Sue Young can do a final flash, why is this bitch not pulling out every Impact Wrestling match going, final flash, and just killing all these hoes? Why do I have to sit here and watch her put a goddamn cum rag down everyone's throat? Go like seriously. Instead of Shu Young going, final flash, and just destroying everyone, she's doing this and shit. She's like, the fuck is this shit, man? And don't say, well, Chase, it's in the undead realm, so they have these bitch called. No! If he had these undead powers in the mythical realm, in the undead realm, they should have these powers. They should have these powers outside of them. That's what makes them mythical and shit. I don't get it. This is absolutely ridiculous. So then at the end, we have Allie freaking out that she got Kiera Hogan back, and then Kiera Hogan's like, Allie is fine. And then Allie gets possessed by her demon force. She goes, no, it's not fine. Fuck! What the fuck did I just want? Man. Fuck this. Hold up, guy. I gotta get a drink of water, man. I'm thirsty after that, man. Oh, I'm thirsty after that shit. But shout out to COMDA.com, man. Not only did I get my hat from COMDA, but I got my water from COMDA, man. Oh, man. Got my water from COMDA.com, too. And stuff like that. But yeah, fuck. That was literally what happened. And I know everyone's going to be like, I got to watch this shit now. You should. You should watch this shit. It was bad. It was just bad. Like, like the jobber jacket. Y'all know if you watch my channel long enough. The jobber jacket is saved for terrible shit. And anything that Finn Balor does. But for real, man. Like, I had to reenact that shit. I could not just sit here and let you guys, like not know what happened. Because I know a lot of you guys don't even watch. Like I know a lot of you guys don't even watch the product. You all just say, you know what, I like watching people's reviews. That's fine. I know I'm not the most consistent guy, but for the people who do watch my stuff, they know how I am. They know what you're going to get. And just for me personally, man, that shit right there was just so bad. It was just like, God damn. I just can't believe that shit, man. If you want to watch it for yourself, go right ahead. I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm not going to sit here and and hate you for it, man. Josue, these are major jobbers in Impact Wrestling. You know what, guys? In my international business class, I have to choose a company, a business that I feel needs help and try to make them better. You know what, guys? I chose Impact Wrestling. My teacher's going to be like, what the fuck is this kid talking? You do imagine if I go to my international, and I am choosing Impact Wrestling. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. I am choosing Impact Wrestling and stuff like that. I got the paper typed out and everything. This is my study break, and then once I'm done with this shit, it's back to studying this shit, man. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, man? Global fucking marketing or some shit. Like, oh no, that book is expensive too. No, it's like $24. Who cares? But yeah, man. So yeah, Impact Wrestling. That was terrible. So let's get on to let's get on to the main event. Austin Aries versus Johnny Impact. The build to this main event was whatever. They literally just made this build in 3 days. They made this build over Twitter. And I find it funny that Impact Wrestling fans, a lot of the times, will shit on other products that will go on and build their matches through social media, calling those products lazy and dumb, and they put no time or effort into anything. But Impact does it, we're supposed to jack off and say this was fucking awesome. For me personally, the build's whatever. Aries was cutting the bitter, I'm a real pro wrestler promo, I'm breaking the fourth wall, hi Colt Cabana, how you doing? Johnny Impact was pissed off and stuff like that. And I said to myself, if you're really going to go there with this match, where they're supposed to be mad at each other, make this shit feel like a shoot then. Go right ahead, give them MMA gloves, or fuck it. Just make them fight. Let them fight. But instead, but we got that. The beginning portions of this match, you could feel that these two felt like legit hated each other. It felt good. It felt organic. I was enjoying the beginning portion of the match. The moment that this match stopped feeling like this is when Johnny Mundo decided to go goddamn do a split onto the guardrail and did a goddamn moonsault. That's when the elements of like you felt like, oh, this could actually feel like a good little shoot, kind of different main event than we're kind of used to being, and went to the traditional, we're just going to have a wrestling match. And it was a good world title match. Not going to say, oh, this was bad. But I almost would put this as an excellent category match and a really great match if they would have kept the shoot elements. And they were going on and just beating the fuck out of each other the whole match. Even if it was sloppy and botchy and not really as executed. The way it's so personal between these guys, I wouldn't want these guys to look like they're working well with each other. That's just me. just to me personally, with Moose and Cross outside the ring, though, what was the point of them? They didn't really play that much of an impact, no pun intended. They didn't play that much of an impact in this match. Tower Valkyrie's spot kind of felt empty-handed because at the end we saw the result. I don't know. The ending of this match, not my cup of tea. The beginning of this match was really good. The actual in-ring action and chemistry between Mundo or Impact, sorry, I'm just used to more Mundo than Impact, I guess, between Johnny Impact and Austin Aries was solid. The ending stuff will be like, whatever. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Impact put their eggs in the Impact basket. They were going all in with Johnny Impact, as they should. As they should. And so they gave Johnny Impact the title, and then afterwards, Austin Aries just did this. He got up, no-selled the finish, flipped off Don Cal. He literally just did this. He was like... That's what he did. He just left. He literally no-sold the finish. It was just like, what the fuck? You just gonna leave like that? Like he did not even care. He literally did not even care. He just got up, no-sold the damn finish, and just flipped off Impact. And that's how I felt. Like literally how Aries felt tonight, where he just was like, fuck this. That's how I felt. I was just like, man, dude. Fuck this Bound for Glory. Like, this is a bad show. Like, if I paid $40, I would have felt like Austin Aries. I didn't pay $40. Shout out to OK Fabe with his little fight promos and stuff. I paid $25, okay? Hate me, Impact fans. I don't care. I'm not wasting goddamn $40 for a show that I didn't even care about, man. And so now everyone's wondering, oh, what's with Austin Aries? Oh, well, what's going on with the Aries taking the shine away from Johnny Impact's moment? You just crowned the new world champion. So, of course, yeah, let's just say, fuck that new world champion. Let's focus on the former champion. Yeah, this is what I think about the Austin Aries stuff. Who cares? It's not going to get me interested. Aries playing the bitter guy. Ooh, haven't seen that before. Oh, he's mad about everything. Oh, the vegan hate. Oh, who gives a fuck? Like for real. You're down for that? That's cool. For me, nope. I don't care. I don't care if it's a shoot. I don't care if it's a work. I really just don't care. Quite frankly, if it was a shoot, I wouldn't be surprised. It's Austin Aries. But it did really take away from the moment of Johnny Impact winning the title. It really did. And not like to the point where I'm like pissed about it, but it just kind of like desaturated a little bit. Like straight up, it just looks so bad too. Like for real. It was just like literally after Aries ate the the 3 count, it was just like he popped up like he's Undertaker doing the sit-up. I thought he was trying to say that he got his shoulder up or something, and he was trying to ask for like instant replay. I thought they were trying to do some like weird, you know, like the old school TNA Impact stuff where they restart the match because of bullshit. Like I thought they were going to try to do a dusty finish at this show where Impact wins the title, you get all hyped for it, but then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, LOL, nope, he didn't. Oh, Aries won. Boo, this sucks. But no, instead it was just like, literally, he no-sold the Starship Pain, flips off Don Callis saying, fuck you, leaves, flips everyone off, and then Johnny Impact has to not only try to sell the fact that he just won the title, he has to sell the fact that, oh, are you okay, bro? He has to sell the fact that this is real or this is fake, I don't even know. He has to sell this work shoot or this shoot. He has to ask Austin Aries if he's okay. Then he has to go outside and check on his wife because his wife got thrown into the barricade. It was just like, it was just too... And then Josh Matthews was rushing it the whole night. And that's the one thing I didn't really get into in this review, was that Josh Matthews was just trash, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, here's some quips that I got from Josh Matthews, man. Here's some quips that I got from Josh Matthews. I wrote these down because they were ridiculous. So this was this was after this Eddie Edwards and Moose promo that was supposed to be emotional. You would think Josh Matthews would sell this match as an emotional match. And so Josh Matthews asked Don Callis, this is literally what he said, would you wear what Moose was wearing, Don? So Moose is coming out. You should be selling the fact that what Moose did, trying to paint Moose as this despicable villain, but instead, you're asking Don Callis if he would wear Moose's getup before the LAX street fight. He said, wow, the wood scares me. Does it scare you? Don Callis says, I want to take bumps on this. Neither would I. What does that have to do with Eddie in the match? Like, all this shit that Michael Cole gets, which rightfully so, it's just so funny to me that, like, Impact Wrestling fans don't hate Josh Matthews, because he's dumb. Like, half the shit that he said, like, was just bad tonight, man. He's not good whatsoever. He tries to be funny, but he's not funny. And Don Callis, man, he tries too much of his New Japan stuff in there, man. So, yeah. Overall, Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2018 review. This went on longer than I expected. I think it was more of the Kiera Hogan shit. That one, Kiera Hogan shit. I don't even know what the fuck it was. Ali shit or whatever. It was more of that went on long. But yeah. Moose is now the Keem, the African Dream. Impact Wrestling just put on a bad show. No, TNA is not dying. Impact is not dying or anything like that. They have the sponsorship by COMDA. COMDA is giving them all the... COMDA. COMDA is giving them all the money in the world, or whatever. They're fine. They can have bad shows. It's okay, Impact fans. No need to be depressed. No need to be mad. No need to be upset. You can have a bad show. And this was one of Impact's bad shows. Not the worst show I've ever seen. And stuff like that. And I get it. I'm going to hear this defense too. Well, at least Impact's trying. Unlike certain companies, stop comparing Impact to other companies. You're fooling yourself. Compare Impact to just Impact. How about that? And if you're telling me that Impact actually tried on this show, compared to Slammiversary, you're fooling yourselves. You're stuck in an Impact bubble, and you're a mark for it. Deal with it. Get yourself a free hat. Wear with Scarlet Bordeaux. Anyways, that was it for the Impact Wrestling review. We're not done yet, guys, because you know what's next. Send in those questions, everybody. Everybody, get into it. Get into it. Come on, let's go. Come on. I wonder if this video is going to get flagged. Like, do you think I'm going to get flagged for having the Chris Jericho thing in the beginning? Because I had the Chris Jericho countdown? Ah, who knows? We'll find out. I hope I don't get flagged, though, for that shit. I don't really care if I make money off this shit. Like, I just want to make sure that y'all are seeing my points, you know? Well, which Tommy Dream? I'm just. I only know the WWE theme, like the brant, 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 no, I'm talking about via the playback Philip M6. Like I don't know if WWE has like because I only did the countdown. I only did a so I don't know if that shit will get flagged. I didn't even play the whole theme song. Thoughts on Bobby Lashley's heel turn? Bobby Lashley, the man. This is the goal right here with the 25-year-old goal. Bobby Lashley. I like it. Good. About damn time you do something. Where was Scarlet Bordeaux tonight? I don't know. That's a great question. They should have had her. Jadis Mercado. Thoughts on the Crown Jewel controversy? What controversy? It's more of a political controversy, but we in America also steal Saudi Arabia's natural fuel and everything like that. Like, what controversy is there? Everyone's so offended. Oh, you're going to go and do a show in Saudi after that shit? They do shows in America still. It's not like America's the cleanest country in the fucking world. Sorry. I'm someone where it's just like, for me personally. Oh, and how many journalists has America killed? Just saying, man. America's not squeaky clean. Like, for me personally, man, America does far. I know what the controversy is. I'm just saying, what's the controversy compared to what America does to Saudi Arabia on the instant? They already do a lot of bad shit, us as Americans, to Saudi Arabia. And I'm already going to get people hating this video anyway, so I don't care. I just think it's like, look, WWE getting paid a shit ton of money to just have a Saudi Arabia show. And I understand, maybe some of the talent feel uncomfortable from going to the show. And WWE needs to cancel it, fine. Cancel it. Just know that you dedicated a lot of time and investment. Just know you wasted a lot of time and investment into something that never came into fruition. And if you do put it into fruition, I don't know what you're going to do. Since this is the closest thing to a Halloween Q&A we get, favorite slasher villain. I'm stuck between Freddy Krueger and Leatherface. Oh, my favorite slasher villain is Leatherface is one of my favorites, but Mike Myers is my favorite slasher villain, dude. That's my all-time favorite. Like Halloween's, those are like some of my favorite movies. Jason's up there too, but Mike Myers is my favorite. Are you excited for Batista's return at SmackDown 1000? Yeah. Too bad it has to be an Evolution out of all things in the world. Isn't The Rock coming back too or something like that? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm excited for Batista's return. Why wouldn't I be? It's the Animal. He's going to come back, betray Evolution again or something like that. Yeah. I just wish he kind of came out on his own. Like, I would love to see a Batista and Edge segment with, like, The Undertaker coming out. Like, that was an era in SmackDown. So, yeah, I would like that. Yeah, that's the problem with the WWE, man. They lose money or they ruin the reputation with the public by doing this show. That's the problem. And the thing is, with Saudi Arabia, you know, they put a lot of investment in Saudi Arabia to WWE. They put a lot of investment. Like, we just say they'll lose 40 million. Oh, they'll lose a lot more than just 40 million. That's a lot more than just 40 million they're losing. And then they're not only just losing 40 million, they're losing probably future revenue, future deals with Saudi Arabia. And they put in a lot of time and investment, like I said, in Saudi Arabia. That's what happens with WWE. That's why WWE sometimes, like, people go, why don't WWE put more eggs in other people's baskets? That's the problem with WWE. They put their eggs in one person's basket a lot of the times. And then it kind of bites them in the ass. Like look at Roman. They put all their eggs in the Roman basket. He's not as over as they thought he would be. And then you look at Saudi Arabia. They put all their eggs in the Saudi Arabia basket. They said, "Oh, we're going to go to Saudi Arabia. We're gonna put investment in Saudi. Saudi is the next market for us." And look at what happens. Shit like this happens. And I condemn WWE for having the balls to do business in Saudi Arabia. You know, it's not really the easiest place to do business in. You know, there's a lot. It's not that progressive of a culture compared to America by most people's standards and stuff like that. I get it. Like, I give them props for that. But this is what happens. They put all their eggs in one basket and it always backfires on them. Oh, yeah, man. The Halloween movie, that's one of the movies I'm super hyped for, man. I'm super hyped for. Venom was a pretty good movie. I liked Venom. I saw it like 4 different times. So, after the 4th viewing, I guess you could say I enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm such a Venom mark. I had to watch Venom more. Because, like, it was finally cool to see Venom. It was kind of cool to see Venom, like, you know, actually in a movie by himself. And it wasn't like a Spider-Man type of movie and stuff like that. It was enjoyable. But at the end of the day, it's good. I thought it was good. It's nothing like to write home about. It's not one of the best superhero movies ever. It's at least watchable. I can say that. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, Saudi. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that, Matthew Zetor. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They could lose a lot more money than what's it called? Already invested in. What if WWE had a social justice worker character? I don't know if it would work today. I see too many SJWs in the crowd, so it doesn't matter. Has Mike Williams been a disappointment for the Chargers? Not this year. He's been solid. He's had 2 really good games, but he's been solid. He's been a very good surprise for the Chargers. He's definitely taking advantage of Travis Benjamin being injured. Travis Benjamin got injured. Tyrell was having some bad games other than today and stuff like that. Like, he definitely took advantage of the opportunities that were given to him. Mike Williams took advantage of the opportunities. He's doing pretty solid. His numbers may not show it, but he's had some good moments for the Chargers, and I think that he's finally kind of finding his own. It's just that the Chargers, when you look at the receivers that the Chargers have, it's a pretty stacked receiving core, and that includes their 2 stud running backs in Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler. You know, with Gordon, you know, he's pretty much an extra wide receiver. Same with Eckler, and Rivers seems to like to be captain check down, but instead of checking down to guys who are not going to get any yards, he's checking down to 2 guys who are going to get at least 5 to 10 yards easy. So yeah, man. Do I like Rosemary? Yeah, I like Rosemary. Chuck Taylor's okay. John Morrison, I was never a big fan of. WWE presents Pull Out on the WWE Network. Thoughts on Switchblade? Fuck Switchblade. Come on, Broken Rupert. You should know that already. Well, Sami Zayn was like more of a hippie character, not really a social justice worker. When will Impact Wrestling turn into a promo, and will Val Venis beat porno, and will Val Venis be the face of the company? No, man, just get Eli Drake to be the face of the company as a porno. I could see him like in the pornos now. Dummy, yeah. Be funny as hell. Gangrel as GM no, Gangrel as a producer, man. You gotta get a Bubba Ray Dudley as a GM or something like that for that shit. Wrestling Fan 316, what was your question? I'm sorry if I missed it. They said it was a question. Oh, what are your thoughts on Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement? Sorry about that, Wrestling Fan 316. I'm so mixed because on one hand, I know Shawn Michaels is going to steal the show. I'm just saying, man. Shawn Michaels, I don't like the baldness, but Shawn Michaels, I know this guy is going to put on a good match. Everyone's going to be surprised. I won't be. This guy didn't wrestle for like 4 years, had a broken ass back, and put on one of the best performances ever against Triple H at SummerSlam in 2002. You don't think that Shawn Michaels is going to have a good performance with Mayor Kane and Undertaker at Saudi Arabia? Oh, I'm so hyped for Shawn Michaels, man. Yeah. I know some people are like, screw Shawn Michaels. I don't want to see him again. No thanks. I'm down. I'm down with it. I don't want to suck it, but I'm down with it. So, yeah. Do I miss Gumby? Big Cass. A teensy bit. Yeah, a teensy bit. You know, he was a funny gimmick. I have a Gumby costume that I was going to wear for a lot of his shtick. I miss saying, fuck you, Gumby. Like I owned it, even though I didn't. I do kind of miss Gumby a little bit. Do I miss the Uber driver? I kind of do miss Uber driver. Kind of do a little bit. Uber driver at least put on some decent matches every once in a while. But I kind of miss him a little bit, man. Best no seller in the business, Hawk. It's not even close. Hawk would never sell shit. Like, Road Warrior Hawk is the best no seller of all time, dude. Like, the dude just didn't even care. He would no sell stuff. Like, especially when you go back and watch some old WCW stuff with Hawk. It's just hilarious how much that dude no sells, man. Switchblade's not overpushed, yes. Overhyped, overrated, more like it. But yeah, is Dak Prescott like Alex Smith? Psh. Straight shooter. Dak Prescott wishes he was Alex Smith. Oh, don't be fooled by today's game. Hell no, Dak Prescott's not like Alex Smith. He wishes he could be like Alex Smith. Alex Smith is at least efficient. Dak Prescott, I hope he'll face AJ Styles and fielders like Seth Rollins when do you think Jericho will retire? I don't know who you're talking about, but I think Jericho will retire in like 10 years. Yeah, that's a good mark. That's a good mark for Jericho to retire. I have a feeling Big Gumby will come back in 2 to 3 years. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Vince was high on him. He's a Republican, so that helps out his case to come back. So yeah, man. You know, Degenerate Sharingan, you're not the only one. Part of me didn't want him to come back because it was kind of cool to see Shawn Michaels just stay in retirement. So, but nah, you're not the only one. What is wrong with the Raiders? John Gruden is a coach. They're a team that was contending, but they hired a coach that wanted to rebuild from the ground up. Because that's the problem with the Raiders. You pretty much put John Gruden on a contending team, foolishly thinking that John Gruden wanted to make this contending team into a Super Bowl, when none of the players you have fit with what John Gruden wants to do, which is that power run right up the middle with a quarterback with a big arm. That's what John Gruden wants to do. We don't have the pieces on defense for John Gruden's Tampa 2 defense. You don't have, like, the only players that you have that are not tradable for John Gruden is Carl Joseph right now. And Derek Carr. I heard Amari Cooper's on the trade block. And if you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you're not offering at least a third-round pick for fucking Amari Cooper, what are you doing? Pull the trigger. You're not going to find a third-rounder better than Amari Cooper right now. If you're any team with a wide receiver situation, that sucks. Trade for Cooper. The fact that the Raiders are putting his name out there, and yeah, Amari Cooper hasn't been the stud like he was at Alabama. He has had some drop issues. But really, to be honest here, if you're a team and you notice your wide receivers suck, and you need an extra wide receiver, and you have a third or fourth rounder you're willing to burn anyways, burn it on Amari Cooper. It's not like a receiver you draft in the third round is going to be better than Amari Cooper, or whoever you draft in the third round will be as good as Cooper. So yeah, that's the problem with the Raiders, man. They thought they were getting a coach that wanted to contend with them. They're moving to a new city in Las Vegas, and instead of contending, Gruden wants to rebuild. The Raiders are kind of with this idea, like, oh yeah, we're paying him $10 million a year, so yeah, fuck it, why not? So of course they're going to rebuild with the guy that wants to rebuild. Gruden looked at this team and he said, this is not my team. I don't have any Corona or Hooters here. You all can't run Spider 2 Wild Banana. So Gruden wants his own team. That was the reason why. The reason why the Raiders brought back Gruden was so Gruden can have his own team. This team was Jack Del Real's team. And unfortunately for the Raiders, they had a bad misfortune with Derek Carr getting injured when he got injured. But ultimately, when it came down to it, John Gruden wants to rebuild the team. The Raiders thought he was going to contend with the team, but he wants to rebuild it. Best of luck to his dumb ass. And my favorite match at Bound for Glory was Tessa Blanchard versus Tyra Valkyrie. Easily. Playoffs and super predictions. Which playoffs, Degenerate Shargon? I'm just asking because I'm not sure what you're talking about. And super, like Dragon Ball Super, like be clear on those. I can't, like, be clear on for those ones because I don't know which playoffs you're talking about. Do you think AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe would have been better in this Attitude Era? Oh yeah, they would have gone so much more shit with Wendy and stuff like that. So yeah. What is the form of kickbox? What is the form of kickboxing? Japanese K1, Dutch Glory, etc. More like Japanese K1. I feel like that's like the most purest form of kickboxing, man. Remember when there was rumors about Big Cass getting a big push? Oh, and it was happening. He just couldn't shut up, man. He was one of those Republicans that didn't know how to shut up in the situation. Shawn Michaels and I would also like to see him face Kenny Omega, Shinsuke Nakamura, and others. Who do you want to see him face? AJ Styles? I don't really want to see Michaels versus AJ Styles, and if The Rock is still down to do a match with him. Those are the only people. Thoughts on your Wolves / Jimmy Butler situation? Oh, God. Could you imagine? I feel like Wednesday is always just a weird day for me. So Wednesday, I always, I have my second job that I go to on Wednesday. I have this second job that I go to on Wednesday, and every time it's around 2 o'clock, there's always some bullshit happening with my teams or something that is just that is just that is just going on. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, I always just feel weird on Wednesdays. And then when I heard that from Woj that Jimmy Butler came to practice, told Scott Taylor, "Fuck you, you need me to win." He called Wiggins and Towns soft and everything. And then he was going to go ahead and do an interview with Rachel Nichols. I was just like, oh. Part of me was just like, damn, I want Jimmy Butler off my team because this guy is a psychopath. But then part of me was like, I kind of wanted just to keep Jimmy Butler to see what the fuck is going to go on. Because I'm just going to be honest here. With the Timberwolves, man, I just feel with the Timberwolves, it's just like, I feel like I can never be happy with this team. I was happy last year. Y'all know me. I was happy. It was fine that we made it to the 8th seed of the playoffs, man. I was like, oh, but you were the 3rd seed at one point. Dude, if you look at the 3rd seed, which was the Blazers, they had 47 wins. We had 45. We were only 2 wins away from the 3rd seed. All right? But the thing is, though, when everyone takes Jimmy Butler's side, and they're the same people that were saying a year ago they would build their team around Karl-Anthony Towns, and now they're like, oh, Towns is soft, Wiggins is overrated. Here's the thing that people need to put into their mindset and need to understand a lot. And I'm sorry if this question goes over a lot. Just keep in mind the Timberwolves, there's a hierarchy of Chase Oliver teams when it comes down to it. The hierarchy normally goes Alabama Crimson Tide, because I'm very passionate about college football, and I love college football. The Los Angeles Superchargers, formerly known as San Diego, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves a little bit more passionate, especially with basketball, because basketball was one of my favorite sports growing up. So I'm a little bit more passionate when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I tend to go on a long rant. So I do apologize. I'll get to your guys' questions as fast as I can. But you got to keep in mind that Tom Thibodeau was not the right coach to build up Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. Because, see, when the Timberwolves brought Tibbs in, they were thinking he can help us not only get to the playoffs, but develop Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins to become defensive studs. That's what they literally thought they were getting when they brought in Tom Thibodeau. Who has Tom Thibodeau ever fucking produced as a coach? Being dead honest here. Jimmy Butler is the only player that comes into mind. Lou Alden kind of formed himself in the league. Derrick Rose is a special type of athlete. Joakim Noah is not some Tom Thibodeau product or anything like that. Tom Thibodeau has not really produced that many stars. And so when you look at this shit, and you have Tom Thibodeau coming in, and his best player is 19-year-old Karl-Anthony Towns. His second best player is 20-year-old Andrew Wiggins. Do you expect that Tom Thibodeau is going to get how to freaking develop these guys? No, he's not going to understand. So you're going to have it where they're going to have some bumps and bruises, but they're young. See, these people, like, they're so spoiled. They always think that every player that needs to come into the league needs to make an impact. Not every rookie is going to make an impact right away. Giannis Antetokounmpo took at least 3 to 4 years before he became the Greek Freak. Yeah, we called him the Greek Freak just because he was kind of a freakish-looking person. But he didn't become the Greek Freak until a little bit later on. And so, when you look at it right here with Andrew Wiggins and Karl-Anthony Towns, everyone's like, oh, Wiggins. Keep in mind, Andrew Wiggins has had 3 different coaches during his time at Minnesota. One of them is Sam Mitchell, who told him not to take any 3-point shots because he didn't want Wiggins to take a 3-pointer at all. So he stunted Wiggins' growth as an offensive player. And then you had it where Tom Thibodeau comes in, and Andrew Wiggins is not really getting that much touches. People like to say, oh, Wiggins is soft, Wiggins isn't doing shit. Look at Wiggins' touches. Look at Wiggins' usage percentage. He's not getting that much touches to prove himself. And so now you get it where Jimmy Butler comes in, and Jimmy Butler is a high usage type of guy, especially in Tom Thibodeau's offense. You have it where Karl-Anthony Towns, instead of doing pick and rolls and switches like most NBA teams, Karl-Anthony Towns is put on a freaking island where he has to decide if he has to defend the center or the point guard. He has no choice. That's what he has to do because Tom Thibodeau doesn't like to do switches. He likes to just play straight man to man. That's what we need to do. Just play straight man to man defense. That's going to work in today's NBA. So yeah, Cat's not going to look good on defense. So when it comes down to it, you expect a team, and not only that, a team with no fucking bench in the league. You expect that Wiggins and Towns have to do everything with Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Butler, you're coming into a team where you realize that your two best players are 21 and 22 years old. Now 23 and 22 years old. Do you think that these guys, I'm 25. Now, I'm a hardworking dude. Not like great, like I'm pretty sure 25-year-olds way more hardworking than me. But I'm a hardworking guy. I have a job. I have 2 jobs. I go to school full time. I'm doing a YouTube video right now. I guess you can say I'm a hardworking dude. Not like freaking desirable work ethic and stuff. After this, you know what I'm doing. I'm not going to go ahead and play with my Xbox or anything. Maybe pull up a movie on Netflix and get my studying going. Finish my homework up. Maybe that's considered hard work. Maybe it isn't. But when it comes down to it, I guess I understand. You really expect Andrew Wiggins and Karl-Anthony Towns to understand, oh man, boom, let's be hardworking like Jimmy Butler. No. It's so dumb. And so when you get to it, Jimmy Butler, by the way, he gave up in Game 4 of the NBA playoffs. No one wants to talk about that, but he gave up. He stopped trying. So I don't want to hear, oh, Jimmy Butler's some stud and everything like that. I'm just saying. When it comes down to it, I understand keeping Jimmy Butler. I understand wanting to get rid of him. I, quite frankly, am just sitting here and just saying to myself, look, Rome wasn't built in a day. I knew what I was getting when we got Andrew Wiggins. I knew what I was getting when we lucked into Karl-Anthony Towns. I am fine with those two becoming stars when they're 25 years old. That's when you start getting concerned if a player is a player, if they're not getting better by the ages of 25, 26, and 27, which is the athletic prime for most players. Not every player is going to be a stud right off the bat. So sorry if that took too long. I know that may have bored a lot of people. You're like, oh, shit. But it's my Timberwolves. I had to talk about it. Why does everyone hate Chris Collinsworth? Well, here's a guy that doesn't understand how I could just be really annoying, point out all the facts, and act like every Sunday night game is great. What a game. Oh, Cody Rhodes is just as egotistical as Triple H. Not near the ego of God. But Cody Rhodes is pretty egotistical. Like, this, oh my God, the ego on this guy is just freaking annoying. It's like disgusting almost. Like I said on Twitter, he's like a wannabe indie Triple H, Cody Rhodes is. Is Austin Aries getting fired, or is this a kayfabe? Honestly, Global Wars, I said this earlier, and it's just, this is not to be rude to your question. I don't want you to think like, oh, this guy's blowing up my question. But like, honestly, I said this earlier in the video, and people can back it up. I don't care if this Austin Aries team is a work or a shoot. Who cares? It's not going to build anything that is going to make me say, I can't miss Impact Wrestling, you know. Thoughts on the current Rusev Day storyline? I love it, dude. Milwaukee, dude. That shit was hilarious, man. Like that got me watching those SmackDown clips. Like, I almost turned on a full episode of Hulu SmackDown, guys. Oh, SmackDown is just the same on Hulu. It's not like Hulu Raw, which is like cuts out all the bullshit. Like my one friend who watches Hulu Raw, I bet you he missed, like, he's like, what the fuck, Chad Gable, Bobby Roode? I don't know if they showed that on Hulu Raw. NFL playoffs and Super Bowl. So NFL playoffs, Rams, NFC the Rams, Rams, Bears, Eagles, Saints, wild cards. Man, the wild cards for the NFC. That's a wild card. Minnesota and I don't know. Green Bay has just not looked good defensively. Like, I don't trust Green Bay that much defensively. Soda, I kind of trust a little bit more than Green Bay. I will go ahead and put, God, who could be like a 6 seed in that? You know what? Give me the Deadskins. Give me Washington. Fuck it, Washington. Why not? Why the fuck not? So yeah, those are my 6 teams for the NFC. AFC, Chiefs, Patriots, Bengals. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bengals winning the North right now. The AFC South, I do not know. I'll say Titans, Chargers wild card, and right now the Dolphins would be the wild card. But I think the Steelers will be a wild card. So yeah, Steelers. So those would be my 6 AFC teams. Coming out of the NFC, it's easy to kind of say the Rams. But I feel like the Bears, and yeah, the Bears did not have a good defensive performance today. But I think that's just them coming off a bye week and really, to be honest, traveling to Miami. And Khalil Mack had some ankle injury. I really do like the Bears. Like, I really feel like if you get the Bears a bye week and you get that Bears making someone having to travel to Soldier Field to play the Bears, that's something where I feel like the Bears could dominate. And I feel like if the Bears get to face the Rams, I feel like the Bears are definitely a team where it's just like, you know what? I feel like the Bears could definitely do this. I feel like the Bears can make the Super Bowl. So I got the Bears as my pick. And then the Chiefs right now, you know, they haven't won a playoff game. They could easily do the full Andy Reid choke in the playoffs. But you know what? Screw it, man. I'm going to go with the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. I just feel like, because like when you look at the teams that they would face, the only team that the Chiefs fans are probably like afraid of to face in the first round that they have to is the Steelers. And that's just based off Chiefs history against the Steelers. Like that's like a team where it's just like, it's always a weird question mark. It's like, I don't know how my team's going to do against them type of team. So like the Chiefs against the Chargers, until the Chargers can prove that they can beat the Chiefs, the Chargers are not really like a threat to the Chiefs fans. Like the Chiefs are not worried about the Chargers that much. The Chiefs show that they can come back against the Patriots and everything like that. The Bengals, like you have to hope the Bengals win a playoff game to face the Chiefs. Like, but the Bengals look like they could match up well with the Chiefs, but no way they're going to win a playoff game. And then what was I going to say? What else? Who else would I put in there? The Titans. I mean, the Titans did beat the Chiefs last year, but will it happen again? So, like, that's the thing when it comes down to it. I just feel like the Chiefs right now, from what I've seen, they're probably the better team in the AFC. And I can see a Chiefs-Bears Super Bowl, Nagy versus Reed. And that's where Andy Reid just chokes the bed and Trubisky beats Pat Mahomes. And then everyone's like, has a weird narrative and Khalil Mack wins Super Bowl MVP. No, you know what? Khalil Mack won't even win Super Bowl MVP. Like, Hakeem Nicks, the Bears defensive end stud, will win like Super Bowl MVP. Either him or like who's like a random Aaron Lynch, that fool, the outside linebacker, that motherfucker will win, or Kyle Fuller, like some Bears defensive player is gonna win, or Trey Burton. One of those idiots are gonna win Super Bowl MVP. So yeah, that's my Super Bowl prediction, man. Most underrated Spider-Man villain. My pick is Tombstone. Tombstone's kick ass in the new Spider-Man game. Well, I got a PS4. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, I got a PS4. Plano, what the fuck are you doing, dude? What do you have in your mouth? Oh, you don't have anything. Okay, that's fine. But anyways, but yeah, man, I got a PS4. So yeah, Tombstone's sick. My favorite underrated Spider-Man villain. Man, dude. Spider-Man. See, like, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but I'm not like, oh yeah, dude. Like, Silver Sable's not really like a villain. She's like an anti-hero. Same with Taskmaster. They're like anti-heroes. They're not like villains. So I can't really be like, oh, Silver Sable. Mysterio, but he's not underrated. Like, people know who the fuck Mysterio is. Mysterio's like one of my personal favorites, and not everyone gives love to, and stuff like that. Like, I'm a Spider-Man fan, but I don't know every villain. Like I know some obscure ones, like Jackpot, and like that one dude, Mr. Extender, that could like extend his limbs and shit. Like, I know these obscure ones. Hobgoblin, I've never been a big Hobgoblin dude. It's just me personally. I guess Silver Sable, if she counts, I don't know. She's always been an anti-hero, though. She's never been like a villain, at least to what I've read. Like, I've never said, oh, Silver Sable's such a great villain. Like, I always thought she was an anti-villain, man. Oh, I said K1 is the best form of kickboxing, in my personal opinion. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of a Tootsie Pop? About 3,289. I think I Googled that once, and that was the answer. Thoughts on Jay White joining the Bullet Club firing squad? I don't care. Nah, I think it's a good move. Like, he obviously betrayed Okada with Gato. And, like, you know, him being in Chaos would make no freaking sense. And he seems to fit with the firing squad and what they're trying to do. So I'm okay with it. You know, still fuck Jay White. Screw Switchblade. But you get the idea. Do you think the crowd size at wrestling shows matter? Impact works smaller venues. Seems like a smart move to me. What do you think? Crowd size doesn't matter to me. Honestly, it's more about the crowd and the environment that you're in. Like, if the crowds actually care about what they're watching. You know, like, that's what matters to me. You know, like, yeah, maybe, like, from a financial perspective, when you're, like, saying to me that Impact's the #2 wrestling promotion in America or North America, and they're not really, like, pulling their weight like New Japan does when they come to the U.S., or like WWE sometimes does in some arenas, especially some for their bigger shows. How are you going to sit here and tell me that, oh, that matters? You know what I'm saying? But no, like, it doesn't, like, I watch PWG shows. Some of the better PWG shows was in that small arena that they used to have in Chico and everything. So, yeah. No, it doesn't bug me one bit if it's small. As long as the show is entertaining me. Somebody hate Washington. I always called them the Deadskins. I've never changed. I don't like the Redskins name. I always call them Deadskins. Oh my god, Kleina, watch out, dude. That's my fucking PS4, dog. Come on. The dog almost trying to knock down my PS4. You all saw that. I'm watching this via the playback, dude. What are you doing? You're almost knocking down my goddamn PS4. What are you doing, buddy? Come here. Come on, dogs. Don't knock down the PS4. That was some good money right there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is Q&A, Arrow. Are you excited? This is Arrow. So, I think he's been on the videos before. Yeah, I showed him off in a Raw review and stuff like that. He's a little goofy thing. But yeah, so anyways. What is your problem? No, we're not going to bed. I got to study tonight. You know that shit. Come on, dog. Is LSU the only losable game for Alabama? Yeah. LSU or even Georgia or I think Florida's pretty solid if they make because Florida right now I believe is first in the SEC East, so they'd make the SEC championship game if they make it this far. So I say Florida, LSU, and Georgia. Those three are definitely losable. And if Bama makes the CFB playoffs, Ohio State is definitely a losable game for Bama. It's just like this year with Bama, they have such a remarkable offense with Tua, but the defense for Alabama, oh man, you stinky poo. Well, this is not a Nick Saban defense. Like if Alabama had the defense they had 2 years ago with Tua, they're not losing the game. You cannot convince me they're losing the game. Like everyone always talks to me, especially like my friends that know I'm a longtime Bama fan and are like on the Tua bandwagon and shit, which is fine. They always go, I don't see how Alabama's losing. But for me personally, even though we're blowing out teams and everything like that, I can kind of see. Like, you know, Alabama losing a crucial game. I can kind of see Alabama, you know, pretty much taking that L. I won't be surprised if it comes to Louisiana State University. Like I said, the defense that we currently have is not producing as well as past defenses and doesn't feel like a Nick Saban defense that we have in the past. Maybe they're not playing up. Maybe they're just playing down to the level of competition sometimes. But the cornerbacks are getting burned a lot of times. The pass rush is not getting to the quarterback used to. Like, Alabama would always get to the quarterback and stuff like that. And not really that many non-offensive touchdowns and strip sacks and everything like that, man. What's next for the Yankees after losing to Boston in a clean sweep? Didn't the Yankees win? They won a game. They didn't get swept. They won a game. They need to figure out what's wrong with Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, you did trade a lot to try to get the dude. So you got to kind of fix him. You got to see what you're going to do in free agency to see if you're going to spend some of that Yankee money to keep some free agents or attract some free agents. That's what's up for the Yankees. Probably get a stronger bullpen and try to see if you can make your bullpen a little bit stronger. Boston seems like a team that's going to be hitting the bats for a while. Same with Houston. You know, those are two heavyweights right there they have to deal with, and they have to figure out what they're going to do with their building blocks and stuff like that. Do you think Triple H will wrestle as long as Undertaker and the same for Cena? Well, they're not as active, but probably Triple H. I'd give him like 10 more years. I can't believe I'm saying this in a video in 2018. I'd give Triple H 10 more years. Like Triple H will wrestle in 2018. Do you think Cena will retire soon? No. Spider-Man PS4 is a great contender for Game of the Year. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like top 5 for sure. We have to see what Red Dead does. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is nothing. It has not been, you know, it's got the hype, but a lot of the fans are not liking it. Like, the reviewers love it, but it seems like a game the fans are with that. Thoughts on Rey Mysterio returning on SmackDown 1000? I'm happy for it. Rey Mysterio was like the one thing that you always kind of remember from SmackDown. I don't understand why he's facing Shinsuke. and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's a cool matchup. It's probably gonna get me to like tune into SmackDown. Like, I'm recording SmackDown 1000 because I have work, so like, you know, I gotta make money, dude. Like, I don't get paid to watch SmackDown. I wish I did, but so yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, it seems interesting. Who are these Spidey people, Chase? Spider-Man villains that I was naming. Silver Sable's like a assassin and shit like that. Taskmaster, kind of the same theme, but he copies people's moves and stuff. He's pretty badass. He always flip flops and shit like that. Who did I say? Jackpot, Gambler, or whatever her name is. She's literally just lucky. Like, she just gets lucky. She's kind of like Domino in a way. So yeah. Could you imagine a weird alternate universe where Cody and Ted Jr. swap places in success? I came from money. Oh, can you imagine Ted Jr. being in the league and Cody Rhodes is like that jobber doing real estate? That'd be hilarious. Punjabi Prison or the Jungle Match? And which one would you rather see in a video game? Punjabi Prison, because it's not that stupid. And Punjabi Prison, because it's not that stupid. Gold Arrow. No, it's just Arrow. Not Gold Arrow. Just Arrow. Thoughts on James Gunn signs for Suicide Squad 2? We're DC. We just once again steal another Marvel former Marvel writer, and we hope it works out. Huh? So what? Maybe it'll work out. Maybe Suicide Squad 2 will be... Everyone always says, why you shit on Suicide Squad? Don't you have a Suicide Squad poster up there? Yeah, I was like one of the first movie posters I got. I have all these movie posters. I don't know. What movie poster is this? Tyler Perry's Boo. This was one of the last movie posters I got from my work. I wanted Tyler Perry's Boo poster. Read this shit. I don't know if it's gonna appear on the camera, but this is, I guess, a poster I requested back at my time when I worked at the movie theater. I requested for Tyler Perry's Boo, Medea's Boo 2. I don't know why I requested this one. That must have been as a joke and shit like that. Best Triple H match, I said versus The Rock at SummerSlam 1998, the ladder match. That either that one or the unsanctioned match didn't happen. So I guess versus The Rock in 1998 for the IC title. Thank you, Jay Barton, for saying Arrow is cute. Oh, Bane. Batista wants to play Bane. Here are Gotham's Reckoning. Do you think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will happen in 2 to 3 years from now? Well, we have to see what happens in Infinity War if they come up, man. Should I hang up the Medea poster? Maybe I will. Who knows? I have a bunch of other movie posters that I gotta hang up, man. Like, I have so many movie posters. Like I have a Spider-Man Homecoming poster that I want to hang up for sure. Like, I literally just ask for posters. Like, when I worked there, I'd be like, can I have this poster? I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna hang this up and shit. Like, my whole room was gonna be full of movie posters and shit. Because I'm a big movie fan in general, but I just got lazy. Like, honestly, like, there was one day where I was going to sit down, I was going to hang up all these movie posters and be like, yeah, man, this is going to be awesome. And then I just never did it. Like, I was just like, I don't care to do it. Like, you know, so yeah. But the Medea Boo 2 poster, maybe I'll hang up Medea. No, I don't want to look at that shit the whole time before I go to bed. I'll just be like, what the fuck, Tyler Perry? Maybe I'll put that on my door or something. People will be like, why do you have a Medea Boo 2 poster? Tyler Perry Boo. Is that what they really named it? Man, who wrote that? Probably Esther. Knowing her. Tyler Perry's Boo. Oh, man, dude. If you read that wrong, you would probably think I have like a picture of Tyler Perry's wife or something like that. Anyways, guys, this stream's going on long enough. I gotta finish a paper and study for my international marketing class. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much for watching this show and enjoying it. Thank you guys for coming in. If you guys like what you saw, give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Remember, guys, just like our former Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And yo, the diamond. Yo.